Hello and welcome to Movie Reviews 101, and today we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie. And Mortal Kombat is directed by Simon McQuoid, who is a first-time director, and he stars Lewis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson and Joe Taslim. And the story here follows Cole Young, who is an MMA fighter who finds himself drawn into a battle which will see fighters from Earth selected to fight people from the Outworld in a tournament for control of the Earth, which the Outworld have been winning and will use anything to gain an advantage. Now, going into this, I have never played, I know very, very little about Mortal Kombat. When it came to the fighting games, I played Tekken more than anything else, so when it comes to this, I have no idea what's going on, and who the main character should be, will be, etc. So this is someone who's just gone in to watch a fighting movie. So, without further ado, let's get into the free-ups. The first up has got to be the brutality of the fights. Now, I've heard rumours about what Mortal Kombat has in the game, and if this is what it's like in the game, these kills are brutal. It's not like a little punch that's a bit harder or kick. There is blood, there's everything. It was shocking when you first see the first one, and it really does make for something a bit more special in these. Like, we've seen Street Fighter and Tekken do fighting movies, and they've just been generic fighting movies. They could be put in the same bracket as a kickboxer movie if you want for style of fighting, but this doesn't hold back. It's easily the best part of the movie. The second part is I really like the environment that the fights happen in. Now, each one creates a different one, and I know from my own experience in fighting games that we tend to have different zones, and each one can be used to your advantage, etc. And this is why I like this. We have like a motel area, we have the main street, we have the undergrounds, we have a bit of an arena, and the opening sequence is a beautiful Japanese village. So they're all working out really well for this movie. And the second one is there's a couple of characters I liked. I really liked the character Sub-Zero, who could freeze people, and just how he deals with people. I really like how this was all done. And Kano gets plenty of laughs in this movie, and is the character you want to see more of, if we're being honest, when we're watching this movie. So, from the free ups come the free downs. Now, outside of the fighting, the story is pretty thin. It is one of these generic ones where you find a random person who has the power to be good enough slowly gets taught everything, a bit like us. So here's our gateway into the film, and well, it's not that interesting. Like, I know he's meant to be played down as a bit of a boring character. He's meant to be like, I just fight and look after my wife and kids, and that's it. And it just doesn't really make us care too much about the lead character. Like, Cole is just there, which is sad when you come to watch a big fighting movie and he's meant to be the main difference maker. And this reflects in the performances. I didn't really think that all of the performances were at the level we would expect. When it came to the fighting, everybody was great, there's no denying, but when it comes to the serious side, everybody sort of just is here and makes up the numbers and says the lines that don't really make sense, which again feeds into number 3, that if you're like me, and many other people probably, and you're unfamiliar with the base story, some of this will seem a bit more confusing than it needs to. It could have been explained a lot clearer, without being like spoon-fed it. It's sort of like a conspiracy type world that we're thrown into from what we see in the movie, and in the end, an idea that we're having a fighting tournament that never feels like it actually reads as a tournament. It's all about just surviving before they all come after them. it's a bit, God, it just doesn't really add up as well as it could. They are the negatives. So overall, I thought this was a brutal fighter. I don't mind watching just the fighting side of this. You could easily watch the montage of this and it'd be a good chunk of entertainment. You could sit and watch for hours if you want on repeat, and you'll be like, wow, that was good. But then it's just another one that does falls into the cracks of it's a video game movie. People aren't going to like it because there's no real story to fighting games that can be developed into a movie. So that lets the movie down a bit more. But overall, I would give this a 3 out of 5 solely because of the brutal fights. Let me know what you thought of Mortal Kombat in the comments below, and until next time, please enjoy your movies. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.